When you first open Procreate, you'll see a screen like this. These are the different canvases that come in Procreate, but you're probably going to want to create your own. So you can hit this plus icon here, and you can choose from one of the preset sizes. You probably won't have this many. I've made quite a few custom ones of my own. And you can also create a custom on your own by hitting Create Custom Size. And this is where you can choose your dimensions. So you can choose between millimeters, centimeters, inches, or pixels. And you can choose the width and the height, and then also, very importantly, the DPI. Now, the DPI, for those of you who are unfamiliar, if you plan to print any of your artwork, you're going to want a minimum of 300 DPI. I work a little bit larger, but if you want to, it's totally fine to just work at 300 DPI. And above the keypad, you'll see the maximum layers. And that's going to change depending on the dimensions of your canvas and how high the DPI is. And you're not unlimited here, unfortunately. You can also name your canvas right there, and then when you hit create, you will open up a new document. So as time goes on, you're probably going to create a whole bunch of new canvases, and eventually you might want to have a good way of organizing them. So you can rearrange them by grabbing onto the picture here until it kind of pops like that. And then you can move it around into different sections. Also, you can create groups, or what Procreate calls stacks. A couple ideas for that would be maybe work that's in progress, work that you've transferred to your computer or that's completely finished, unfinished sketches, that sort of thing. And to create a stack, what you do is you hold onto one and then you drop it onto another canvas, and that will create a stack. And if I tap it, I can go into the stack. If you want to remove it from a stack, you're going to hold the icon until you drag it over this back arrow here. Gotta wait for it to pop up like that. And then once you're back in the canvas, you need to drop it in there, otherwise it'll just snap back to the stack. Another way to create a stack is you can hit this select button, and then you can choose a bunch of these, and then you can just hit stack, and then you can stack a bunch at the same time. This is also a way that you can share a bunch of canvases at the same time, duplicate or delete a bunch of canvases at the same time. So speaking of sharing and duplicating and deleting a file, you can do this individually by swiping to the left, and then there's a share, duplicate, or delete button. So these are all the different formats that you can share in. And if I hit this, it's going to start exporting. And then it's going to show you all the different places that you can share to. So my favorite is AirDrop, which is up here. And AirDrop will connect with your Mac or your Mac products. It doesn't work with a PC, unfortunately, but that is the fastest way that I can transfer between my computer and my iPad. One caveat, it does sometimes glitch out. So sometimes it'll like instantly say, hey, I exported this really big file, and then it never shows up on my computer. So that does happen sometimes. So if that's happening to you, or if you have a PC, there are other ways that you can share between your devices. So you could save to Dropbox right there. You could also save to Gmail or your Google Drive. You can also share to the cloud, or you could just take it directly into an app like Instagram. With iOS 11, there is new drag and drop features. So I can swipe up my dock on my iPad, and I'm going to open my folders. And I can go into the different devices that I have connected to my iPad, like my Dropbox, and I could just drag and drop this into my Dropbox. I'm going to cancel that because I don't want it to do that right now. But I could also drag and drop other items from my Dropbox into Procreate. And then to close this, I would just swipe it off to the side.